This is the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. A pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the national news. I'm Dilanjali Ananda.
Good evening, I'm Vibhuda Vijay Bandara. Let's start off with the headlines. An increase in the rainy and windy weather condition during the next few days. One lane of the lower Kadugannawa road opened for traffic. The second day of the 9th ABU Media Summit concludes successfully. Special attention on pre-disaster preparedness and response. The President to provide solutions for unresolved problems in the cinema industry. The Clean Sri Lanka special operation to clean Sri Pada premises to be continued until the 29th of this month. Farmers emphasize the proper delivery of fertilizers subsidy. The government pays attention to provide a certified price for corn. And in news overseas, floods in Thailand claim 30 lives. And now for those stories and other news items in detail, we're starting off with local news. The second day of the 9th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union Media Summit on Climate Action and Disaster Prevention concluded the sessions of today extremely successfully.
The summit is organized by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and is being held at the Mount Lavinia Hotel.
Today is the second day of the ABU Summit, organized by ABU and hosted by Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, which is currently being held at the Mount Lavinia Hotel. Yesterday was day one, and today's main key focus is on disaster preparedness and response. Speaking of disaster preparedness and response, there was also a very, very important occasion today in which the Model Disaster Preparedness and Response Plan for Media Institutions was launched, and this was launched by the UNESCO, and this is definitely for all journalists, because we journalists are at quite a risk when it comes to disaster situations, because journalists report on site whenever there's a disaster, and this is generally to spread awareness to the general public. But before that, journalists should make it a point to know how to be safe. So this model is prepared to let them know about what actions they can take in order to be safe when they report in situations of that nature. So this model has been distributed across media institutions to make sure all journalists make use of this. So today is the final day of the ABU Summit, and this summit is held in line with focusing on building resilience, and also this is to build a safer, greener and very peaceful tomorrow for everybody.
Several rounds of discussions regarding pre-disaster preparation and response were held in the afternoon today. Special attention was paid as how to create a condition of resilience to the climate in the entire media zone.
We will be having a crisis situation, but what we'll do is we will gather the most senior journalists in our panel and then simplify the data, and we will have a panel discussion. Then we will take decisions as what further actions to be done.
Deputy Director Prasad Kausala Donangodage of the English News Division of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, joining the occasion, expressed his views regarding the responsibility of the state media during a time of disaster.
Now, Prasad, we come to you. Yesterday, you guys spoke about, I think Aru spoke about the young people getting involved. Tell us about SLRC and how do you use this?
Now, SLRC is the national television of Sri Lanka. So, when we face a disaster in Sri Lanka, when we have a natural disaster, the prime task is to safeguard life, because we are the one who get the authority from the government, and the real authority lies with SLRC to disseminate information and create awareness among the public, because it's our duty, not just a media activity, it's our duty. So SLRC is very responsible regarding this matter, because during a disaster, there are a number of factors we have to consider, Indra. First, we have to, carry the message, carry the awareness message to the public. Then we have to at the same time, we have to take actions to not to panic communities. At the same time, we have to make on reports, and we have to very much concerned about the eliminating misinformation and disinformation, providing correct information like Ganga mentioned. So now SLRC is a part of the AWARE platform that mentioned the anticipated platform. So we have a prime role in that because as the national television, we have to play a key role in that. So as you mentioned, we use our all resources during such an event, especially like Arush mentioned. We have a system within SLRC using our the skill of our journalists and mobilizing all resources, and we have a very good rapport between all the agencies, and we are, we become a total network during such disaster. SLRC and all other media as well, but SLRC has to play a vital role because of being the national television.
Of course.
Manoja Nadishan Amarasinghe, Director General of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, expressed his views on the 9th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union Media Summit on Climate Action and Disaster Prevention. Joining me is the Director General of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Mr. Manoja Nadishan Amarasinghe. Sir, I would like to know, what are your ideas and thoughts about the summit? And now we are reaching the end of the second day. How successful do you think the summit is?
Yes, Isro, now we have come to the end of the summit. Past 2 days, we have completed the successful event. Then both international delegates and local delegates who were invited to the summit was actively participated and then expressed their ideas for the success of this summit. We discussed many things about the environment and sustainable environment management leading to prevention of future disasters. Isro, Sri Lanka is a kind of vulnerable country many times for the disasters, and there are few types of disasters that we are frequently facing. So to avoid and mitigate those disasters, it is much valuable the ideas of how international journalists act on such disaster occasions. So we could get their input to the success of our future disaster management plans, and a few local experts also participated for the event. And then I am very thankful to Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union for giving this opportunity to host this valuable event in Sri Lanka, and then for the government of Sri Lanka for giving us support to host this event, sometimes by financially, sometimes by giving guidance. And then especially I want to very thankful to Clean Sri Lanka Secretariat for giving us support, and then other private sector partners who were assisted to this memorable event for the success of this event. So thank you very much for all. And then we are not going to end this disaster prevention activities as a national channel. Now with the knowledge we gain by this event, we are going to plan how we can help as national channel in disaster occasions to play the key role as a national channel in disaster occasions. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a gala evening this is going to turn out to be.
Winding up today's session, the delegates will attend tonight from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Together for a Planet, People and Peace Media Award Gala dinner. Tomorrow, on the third day of the summit, all foreign delegates will participate in an excursion under the theme Media in Action for Climate Resilience. During this, they will visit Galle Fort, which is a World Heritage Site, and along the journey, they will visit many more UNESCO World Heritage Sites and local disaster risk reduction and climate resilience initiatives, demonstration of community media experience, cultural and networking experience as well.
And now in your weather update today, the Department of Meteorology says that the low pressure zone prevailed at southwestern Bay of Bengal area may develop into a low pressure zone during the next 30 hours. The department added that there will be an increase in the condition of rains and winds in the island during the coming few days. The National Building Research Organisation has issued red notice warnings regarding landslides to Ududumbara in Kandy district, Walapane, Mathurata, Nildahinda and Hanguranketa in the Nuwara district. The department requests to pay attention regarding the forthcoming communiques in this regard. The sky will remain cloudy at most of the places in the island. Intermittent or thunder showers are also expected in most areas. According to the Met Department, heavy rains of about 150 millimeters might occur at certain places in the eastern, central and Uva provinces and also in the Polonnaruwa district. Heavy rains of more than 100 millimeters might occur at certain places in other areas. The Weather Communique further states that strong winds of more than 50 kilometers per hour might occur in the northern, north central, northwestern, eastern provinces and also in the Hambantota and Matale districts. Showers or thunder showers might occur in the sea areas around the island. Strong showers might occur at certain places. The sea areas of Pottuvel to Batiklu and Trincomalee, Kankesanture, Mena and Puttalam up to Colombo will remain rough at times. The Director General of the Department of Meteorology, Atula Karunanayaka, said that there is a possibility of the sea area around the island becoming fairly rough. He also advised to refrain from fishing and naval activities during these few days. A special request has been made not to conduct fishing activities near the sea area of Southern and Andaman Islands. One lane of Colombo Kandy Main Road at Lower Kadugannao area, where a landslide occurred, has been reopened for vehicular traffic. The road was closed when an earth mound collapsed onto a shop in Gangattena. According to the Department of Irrigation, the water volume of Inigiyala, Senanayaka Samudra and Ampara is reaching the maximum level. A sudden flood situation might occur due to the condition. Damana, Ampara, Iragama, Addala, Chennai, Samanture, Nindaur, Karaivitiu, Sandamarudu, Kalmune and Navithanveli Divisional Secretariat divisions and people living around lying areas of Oluville, Southeast India, are requested to be on extreme alert. A huge earth mound has fallen onto the Valimadan-Nuvareli section of Badola-Nuvareli main road. Vehicle traffic has been restricted to one lane due to this. The police request motorists to be careful while driving due to the foggy condition. Large trees which had fallen along the banks obstructing the flow of water of King River at Ihalgam area, Diniyaya, have been removed. This has been carried out jointly by the Sri Lankan Army and the Kottagala Divisional Secretariat. A large number of areas have been affected in Vavuniya district due to the incessant rains, where a number of low-lying areas have been inundated. A number of cultivated lands have been inundated in Polonnaruwa district. According to our correspondent, paddy lands in Kirimattiya, Mahatala Kolavava, Ratmale, Palliyagodalla, Pamburana and Ilukpiti areas have been inundated.
Highest rains have been recorded in Ampara and Batiklu districts exceeding 200 millimeters. A danger of floods exists due to heavy rains in areas in Upper Madru Oya, and the Director of the Irrigation requests the public to be cautious regarding the adverse weather condition. Boulders have fallen onto the railway line between the Nanu Oya and Great Western section. Removal of boulders is being conducted now, with continuous incessant rains being experienced in the eastern border areas of the Central Hills. A large number of low-lying areas at Kandapola, Nuvareli have been inundated. Vehicular traffic is hampered since the new road at Kandapola, Kotalodge Junction is completely inundated. Polonnaruwa District Disaster Management Centre says that the Somavatiya Sungvilla main road has been completely closed at 4 p.m. today since the Mahavali river is in spate. The centre requests the devotees to visit historic Somavatiya sacred area after several days for pilgrimage. Director General of the Disaster Management Centre, retired Major General Sampath Kotuvegoda, requests the public to provide information to the hotline number 117 in case of natural disasters such as floods, winds and landslides. Two sluice gates of the Upper Kotmale Reservoir were automatically opened in the morning today with the continuous heavy rains. The Disaster Management Centre cautions the residents of both sides of the Kotmale Oya below the dam of the reservoir to be careful about the developing weather condition. Meanwhile, water volume of St. Clair and Devon's Falls have been also risen, according to the engineer in charge of the reservoirs. Water level of the Buttala Veheragala reservoir has rapidly increased. Two sluice gates of the reservoir has been opened a foot each and another four sluice gates 6 inches each. Since the water is directly being released into Manik River, the District Disaster Management Unit informs the people living both sides of the reservoir and devotees to visit Kathragama, Sella Kathragama to avoid the use in the river. 6 sluice gates of the Rajangani reservoir have been opened and the volume of 8,172 cubic feet of the water per second is being released. All seven sluice gates of the Ulhitia Ratkanda Mahavali reservoir have been opened and the water is being released into Ulhitia Oya. Technical officer of the reservoir informs the public using Ratkanda Hobriava Road in the residents to be both in the Hutia. 6 sluice gates of the Nanu Oya or Naula Bovathan reservoir were opened in the morning today. 10,000 cubic feet of water per second from it is being released into Amban River. Now, attention has been focused on providing certified price for maize in the country for the first time in the history. This decision was taken at a discussion held with the Minister K.D. Lal Kantha and maize cultivators at the President's Secretariat this morning. Minister K.D. Lal Kantha said that in assuring a certified price for corn based on production cost and government intervention for purchase harvest, and to prepare a suitable system for this matter will be carried out by considering the views and proposals of the corn cultivators. Accordingly, attention was focused to purchase a kilo of corn at a minimum price of 140 rupees considering the production cost. The minister stated that the required environment will be prepared to reduce the production cost so as the farmers having more profits. The farmers also request the minister to prepare a system to purchase fertilizer at a concessionary price from the market. The minister stressed that the government is focused in demand made by the farmers.
Now, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake says that local cinema industry should be protected and that the Sri Lankan fans should be provided with the opportunity of viewing foreign cinematic creations. The President made these remarks at a discussion held today with distributors of films and film producers. Discussion was held at the President's office. Problems faced by film industrialists were discussed in length. The President provided positive solutions for all problems relating to the film industry. Distributors of films and film producers clarified to the President on their limitations in expanding cinema and the irregularities they face in paying value-added tax. They pointed out that cinema industry has achieved the highest income this year and requested the government to extend the support to continue with the cinema industry without any disruptions. Minister Hinidama Sunil Senevi, Chairman of the National Film Corporation, Sudat Mahadiulwava and many others were present at the discussion.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that the government is taking measures systematically to allocate 6% of the budget provisions for education. She made these remarks in response to a question raised by opposition leader Sajith Premadasa in Parliament today. The opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that the Prime Minister fought for allocating 6% of the budget for education, even wearing T-shirts with such slogans in the past. The opposition is aware that this target cannot be achieved at once. However, the opposition leader questioned why the government does not focus attention for positive increase of funds for education. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya that she is grateful to the opposition leader and others to focusing attention to the photograph taken in 2011 or 2012. The Prime Minister stressed that she is continuously appearing for the struggle to allocate 6% of the national income for education. 6% means an international criteria. The struggle started in 2011. However, the government that ruled the country up to the 2024 did not mediate to achieve this target. When the NPP government came into power, the amount was at about 1.04%. The government has gradually increased the allocation in the first and second budget. The Prime Minister stressed that the government is taking measures to increase the amount gradually to 6%.
ආණ්ඩුව බාර ගන්නකොට 1.1.04ක වගේ අගයක් තිබ්බේ. අපේ පළවෙනි අයවැයත් අපි ඒක වැඩි කරා. දෙවෙනි අයවැයත් ඒක වැඩි කරලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට අපි පෙන්නුම් කරලා තියෙනවා අපි මේ දිශානතිය 106 කියන ටාගට් එක දක්වා යන්න අපි වැඩ කරමින් ඉන්නේ. මේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති
ප්‍රකාශනයේ also questioned whether 400,000 graduates will be recruited to the government service as mentioned in the NPP policy manifesto. In reply, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stated that over 12,000 graduates have been given appointments so far. The matter is now before courts. Once the cases are completed with the official order from the appeal court, the recruitment process will be carried out as mentioned in the policy manifesto.
In the meantime, the central bank has decided to maintain the one-day policy interest rate without any change. Accordingly, the interest rate will remain unchanged at 7.75%. The Monetary Policy Board of the central bank has arrived at this decision after serious consideration of the changing local and global economic tendencies and the future vision as well. The Monetary Policy Board of the Central Bank believes that present monetary policy stand will assist to take the inflation to a target of 5%. The surface inflation based on the Colombo Consumer Price Index reached a higher level for the third consecutive month in October. The The inflation increased at a lower rate than predicted previously and will reach the expected target level during the second half of 2026, according to expectations. The central bank also says that the net official reserves this year to date has been able to maintain at a level exceeding $6 billion.
INS Vikrant, the largest aircraft carrier warship in India, reached Colombo harbour this morning. The public will be able to visit the ship tomorrow and day after. 8 warships of 7 countries are expected to reach Colombo harbour during this week.
According to international relations, a military aircraft carrier like this is a powerful symbol of a nation. So this specific ship, which is INS Vikrant, is the largest ship which is ever made in Indian history. The 860 feet long ship with a crew of 1,700 has the capability of 45,000 tons of war material at one time. The ship can transport fighter jet planes and 30 helicopters. It also consists of a runway for fighter jets. Meanwhile, modern missiles, high-powered war firearms and a state-of-the-art radar system is also installed in the ship. The ship with 4 large engines is used in long voyages. The ship used in emergency war response occasions regionally amply displays the war preparedness and the military strength of India.
Now, the expenditure heads of the Ministries of Fisheries, Aquatic and Marine Resources, Science and Technology and Digital Economy taken up for debate during the working committee stage of the budget were passed today.
And we'll be back with more news on this news item after this break.
Seafood fusion rasa prima kottumi fantamai.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
On more news from home, the expenditure heads of the Ministries of Fisheries, Aquatic and Marine Resources, Science and Technology and Digital Economy taken up for debate during the working committee stage of the budget were passed today.
Parliamentarians of the government and opposition expressed their views. Parliamentarian Dilip Vedarachi said that the multi-day fishermen have been helpless without being able to carry on their industry. Their kerosene subsidy has also been taken off. Allocation of 100 billion rupees for investigations in marine resources is commendable, he added. Minister Ramalingam Chandrasekhar added that in the past, oil subsidy was provided targeting period of 6 months and the boards of the owners availed the subsidy. A sum of 2.3 billion rupees has been allocated by the budget. The fishing community should not be entirely depending on the subsidy. He pointed out the program is being drafted to convert the fishing community into a community that helps the people of the country. Meanwhile, parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa pointed out that no program is implemented to create a new generation youth from fishing community connected with the e-world and to safeguard the ministry. The industrialists of the country have to be safeguarded, he added. In the meantime, Deputy Minister Ratna Gamage stressed that during the previous government, fishermen were shot dead and the highest price in the history for oil was also paid. The target is to fulfill the protein requirement of our citizens by the end of 3 years and to raise the standard to an optimum level.
The Health Ministry has focused special attention to a news item published in a daily paper today under the headline that Health Ministry says there is no problem in the eye drops imported during the KL years period. The ministry has also raised concerns regarding the information circulated through social media based on this news. The ministry stressed that this news is based on false facts and totally misled the reader. The letter sent to the committee appointed by the Health Ministry on looking into the payment of compensation for the victims of this controversial medicine has been rejected. This fake news has been created based on this letter. 99 applications have been submitted to the relevant committee requesting compensation. The committee, which is compiled with consultant doctors, has examined the applications deeply and approved compensation of 14.7 million rupees for 17 victimized patients. Issuing a communique, the Health Ministry says that 69 applications have been been rejected and 13 more are being further considered at present. Secretary of the Ministry, Consultant Dr. Anilja Singh, had therefore requested the relevant parties to not publish news on such sensitive matters pertaining to public health without getting it verified from a competent authority of the Ministry of Health. Now, a national program was commenced yesterday in order to increase the facilities of the devotees and to safeguard the environment system of Sri Pada area during the Sri Pada pilgrimage season.
This is being conducted jointly by Clean Sri Lanka program and the Ministry of Environment. The special operation, implemented with the participation of the Special Task Force of Sri Lanka Army, will continue until the 29th of this month. Garbage gathered around areas difficult to be approached near the Sri Pada sacred area will be removed before the commencement of the pilgrimage season. This is being implemented as a joint program to prevent the pollution of the sensitive environment system, again from polythene and plastics. Steps have also been taken to ban production of polythene, plastic and polythene parcels used one time during the Sri Pada pilgrimage season this year. In addition, it is also expected to streamline the water supply and sanitation system in the sacred area, along with the creation of shops with proper standards on both sides of the road. It is also expected to establish a safe vehicle park with necessary facilities at Nallatanya. The project is being implemented with the coordination of Clean Sri Lanka program. A number of state and private institutions are assisting, including the Ministry of Public Administration, District Secretariat offices of Nuvareli and Ratnapura and the armed forces in this project. A project has been initiated to provide safe drinking water for pilgrims travelling from Sita Gangula to Indikatapana via Haddon Road during the Sri Pada pilgrimage season. This is being implemented 24 hours by Dharma Sugandha Manusat Foundation.
The Colombo Magistrates Court today ordered to remand 7 suspects, including Vasanta Pushpakumara, who was a SJB candidate contested the past local government election. They have been remanded in connection with bringing a haul of nearly 376 kilograms of ice narcotics and heroin from the coastal belt close to Tangor. After questioning for 7 days under detention orders, the suspects were produced before Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka S. Bodharagama. Considering the facts submitted by both parties, the magistrate ordered to remand the suspect up to the 9th of next month. Colombo High Court today ordered to call up a mental health report after examining whether Yoshita Rajapaksa's grandmother Daisy Forrest is in a suitable mental condition to appear for a case before courts. Accordingly, she was ordered to be produced before the Colombo Chief Judicial Medical Officer. Judge also ordered the case to be summoned on the 22nd of January to consider the progress of these activities. Yoshita Rajapaksa and his grandmother Daisy Forrest have been accused of charges under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. That's a look at your local news. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next. On foreign news, Thailand has declared its southern Songkhla province a disaster zone after heavy rainfall left thousands stranded and at least 33 people dead, according to Thai officials. Floodwaters were running as high as 2 meters in some areas, its highest in a single day for 3 centuries. Authorities say 33 people have died across 7 provinces, with causes including flash floods, electrocution and drowning. About 150,000 people were stranded by rising floodwaters in Het Yai. Heavy rains have affected 9 southern provinces of Thailand, impacting about 2.1 million people, with 13,000 moving to shelters, while many others have also been cut off and unable to receive help, the Reuters news agency reported. Now, Sri Lanka cricket team was able to record its first victory of a match in the T20 Tri-Series cricket tournament held in Pakistan.
Now, the Sri Lankan team won the match against Zimbabwe by 9 wickets. The match was played in Rawalpindi and batting first, Zimbabwe scored 146 runs for 5 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. Sigand Raza and Rian Burl scored 37 runs each. Brian Bennett 34 runs. In bowling, Mahesh Theekshan and Manidu Hasaranga claimed 2 wickets each. Pathum Nissanka and Kamil Mishra started the Sri Lankan innings with a victory target of 147 runs. The two players maintained a 59-run partnership for the first wicket. Sri Lanka scored 148 runs for 1 wicket in 16.2 overs. Pathum Nissanka, building up a super innings, scored 98 runs not out. It is his 18th T20 half century. He missed his second T20I century by just 2 runs. He scored 11 fours and 4 sixes in 58 deliveries. Pathum Nissanka has scored 2,326 T20I runs in 76 matches at present. Accordingly, he is the player who has recorded the highest amount of runs for Sri Lanka in T20I history. He was adjudicated as man of the match as well. The second match of Sri Lanka in this tournament will be played against Pakistan tomorrow.
Sweep shot, he's got enough on it. That has been picked up. Magnificent.
That's all the news we have for you tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Dulanjali Puketa with Buddha signing off. Good night.
Good night.